considered as the worst. Lying to my mother, even stealing out of purse. Crime after crime, drugs to extortion. I know my mother wish she got a fucking abortion. Woman older and crime. Cause her son has been shot down in the street and died. Swear to God, I wanna just slip my wrist in this bullshit. Throw the magnum till my head threaten to bullshit. And squeeze until the bed's completely red. I'm glad I'm dead. I want this fucking Buddha head. The stress is building up. I can't believe suicide's on my fucking mind. I wanna leave. I swear to God, I feel like death is fucking calling. Nah, you wouldn't understand. See, it's kind of like the crack with the new jack, except when that was over, but they were coming back, so I died on the train track like Rainbow and Big Street. People at the funeral, fucking like they miss me. My baby mama kissed me, but she glad I'm gone. She know me and her sister had something going on. I wonder if I died with tears come to her eyes. Forgive me for my disrespect, forgive me for my lies. Cause her son had been shot down in the street and died. Woman pulled her head and cried. Cause her son had been shot down in the street and died. Oh, it's my beat. I can't speak. Call my nigga cheeks, tell him that my will is weak.
Yo, real quick before we get on to everything. Welcome to the Breakdown, episode 492, sponsored by Gemini. And by the way, at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be joining Randy along with Gemini to discuss the markets. So tune into that. I have it saved on X. By the way, thank you everybody for tuning in on YouTube, Rumble, LinkedIn, all the other channels. We are close to getting TikTok linked up to the morning show. Powered by G Media. You know how it goes down. Shout outs to everybody, man. Okay, this guy. All right, hold on. I wanted to play this song, man, because I think it's dope. Damn, I wanted to play this song. I think this song is dope. I was listening it. I listened to it this weekend. I was like, yo, this shit is fire, man. There it goes. All right, hold on. There it goes. Is this it? No. Well, is it? Tell me this shit ain't fire, man. Is this it? Come on. This ain't it, man. Y'all played me, man. Stupid. I hate when they do that. Like, people put the title in there and it's them singing and covering. Hold on. Yo, this shit is dope. Yeah, I can't front. This shit is hot, man. Oh, you guys can't hear it. Hold on 1 second. Put that shit. This shit is fire right here, bro. I don't care what anybody says. This shit is fire, bro.
I took the page out of your favorite book. You showed me lies just by the way you look. Taught me a language
This shit is hot.
Never speak. Baby, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. I dug my grave watching the way you move. You took me higher than I ever flew.
This shit, I don't know. This shit's fire, bro.
Second chance. Baby, I'm just a man. I'm just a man. No, I'm thinking about you late night. No, go running around with your friends now. They're picking the pieces of my soul about the floor. I said I was done.
It's Teddy Swims. This dude is electric, bro. Yo, anybody who grew up on freestyle, you know you feeling this, man. But his voice is unbelievable, though.
Thought it would kill me, but tonight I'll save my life when I showed you the door.
It's not an old tune. This is brand new. This is not old. This dude is just like he can belt it, bro. They remixed it with an old freestyle beat.
You never thought this day would ever come.
I'll play his like original song here. Hold on.
You try to take away my sanity. Baby, that ain't for
I'm
me.
still trying to figure out if this guy's from London or some shit. Hold on. Here, this is it. This is the original. Yo, I fuck with this dude, man. This dude can sing, man. He got a unique voice and everything. We're gonna get into crypto right now, ladies and gentlemen, but I need to hype myself up.
I took a page out of your favorite book.
This is tough.
You sold me lies just by the way you look. Talking a language that I'll never speak. Baby, that ain't for me. That ain't for me. I dug my grave watching the way you move. You took me higher than I ever flew. Too many times gave you a second chance. Baby, I'm just a man. I'm just a man. No more thinking about you late night. No more running around with your
This one ain't a mix though. This is the original song.
I said I would die for you, baby, but I can't take this pain no more. I thought I was willing, but tonight I save my life.
This shit is dope right here.
I don't want to lose you, baby, but I can't play this game no more. I thought it would kill me, but tonight I save my life when I showed you the door. You never thought this day would ever come, but I looked you in the eyes and pulled the rug up. You try to take away my sanity. Baby, that ain't for me.
That ain't for me.
Oh no, we're thinking about you late night. No,
Alright. Shout out to Teddy Swim. That dude is electric, bro. Like he got some really good music, man. Shout out to everybody who's tuning in. Welcome to the Breakdown episode 492, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name is David Gokhshtein. I am the founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. We'll dive into a lot of topics that I feel like talking about. Today is, you know what we're doing here? It's dressed down casual. It's casual Monday now, because I didn't get to go casual on Fridays. 2 Fridays in a row, I didn't get to go casual. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put on some of my dope ass gear, man, and just chill out like the rest of you guys. Well, no, I can't say like the rest of you guys, because I know that a lot of y'all are most likely chilling in your underwears, wearing a wife beater, a stained wife beater at that, and got some dirty ass Fruit of the Looms on. But man, it's been a really good weekend. Who the hell's leave a message, bro? To me, it was a good weekend. It was a really good weekend. I've seen what I wanted to see out of Bitcoin, and Ethereum obviously made a move yesterday late at night. So shout out to Ethereum. To me, it's like Ethereum has really been overlooked, and you don't have much Ethereum talk. Ethereum starts up, ladies and gentlemen. Your memes on Ethereum go up, because most of the dopest memes are on Ethereum. Plus, we'll have a recap today. Leslie will be on. We'll have a recap today of everything that went down in Singapore. Shout out to Token 2049. Token 2049. I got to tell you, man, all the feedback that I got back from Token 49 was this shit is unbelievable. That's that's the damn feedback that you got back from that event. G Media, one of the official media sponsors at that event. Thank you very much, Token 49, for rolling out the red carpet. And shout out to Karate Combat for doing the same, who obviously also streaming that event, through our network. So shout out to them. And again, like I said, shout out to a lot of the people we knew out there, such as the Blonde Broker and Ashley Decan. They did a phenomenal job. Two best friends fighting in the pit. You don't see that. Like I said on the previous episodes, I thought they were going to be rolling around with each other and just, giving each other, noogies and headlocks, but nah, they went at each other, and that's all that you can ask for. What else really went this weekend? What else really went this way? I know Bobo made a move. Shout out to Bobo. Bobo made a move. But what I really wanted to touch on before we go into all that other stuff is CTOs, because I had, what's his name? I had the longest interview ever, which I will never do again. But I had the longest interview with Gigi's, who came on here. And I don't know, he had a fucking seizure, an aneurysm, all that stuff combined he was having in here. And, the discussion, the real reason why I brought him on here was to talk about CTOs, because he's been out here talking about CTOs, and I was like, all right, let me bring him on. Let's have that discussion, because I'm interested. Because I already have my own thoughts about CTOs and whether or not they're good for the ecosystem. So here's what I thought about, right? As I was sitting and I was just like writing, like, here, like you guys already know, I don't got to turn the page, man. I write everything down. So I'm like writing, I review the show, and I'm like, CTOs, like, I had time to think about this. CTOs might be, it's like, I know people are going to go crazy on this. This doesn't go out to every CTO. This is not a dig at every single CTO. But this, to me, the CTO meta, it feels like some of these projects, I'm going to say, not all of them. Some of these projects, though, feel like the new cabal. And what I mean by that is some of the community members decided to become the cabal. That's what I'm feeling. That is exactly what I'm feeling when I piece up everything. It's like it's like some people decided to create a new cabal. So that if the CTO shit is the new meta, then a lot of it has the cabal in it. And that's just my personal view now. That is because, like, the community ultimately turns into its own cabal. I've seen it so many times within this industry where, a project kicks off, it's saved, CTO happens, and then people are in it and they start making new tokens, and like, the focus is lost on, the actual token that they came there to begin with to fuck with. So that's just my thoughts on the whole CTO meta. But CTOs are here to say, no matter what, whether you like CTOs or not, they're here to stay. I do stand on what I said before. I believe that CTOs are a little bit more decentralized, but they still have some sort of centralized component in them, except for a few. There are about 20 to 25. What the fuck? Every single second. There are about 20 to 25 that I actually believe, like, are fully decentralized or closer decentralized. But I think a lot of people are taking CTOs. Again, these are my notes. I got to sit back and think about it. I think a lot of people are taking these CTOs and, they still have some cabal aspect to it. I mean, honestly, at this point, I don't really give a fuck. Do your research. Here's what I'll end with. At the end of the day, regardless of what token it is, do your research. That's it. Do your research. Don't follow people into anything, regardless of the name, regardless of the follower count, regardless of anything. Just figure out whether or not the shit is dope or not. That's it. Just figure out if it's dope, if the narrative has a lore, if it fits you, if you fuck with the meme in general. That's what you need to be looking at. That's it. That's what I look at. That's exactly what I go ahead and look at every single time I get into a CTO. Is the community strong? What is it about the meme? What is it about the meme that is so engaging? Like that, these are the things that I just look at when I look at any project that's been CTO'd. Since we're talking about CTOs, I'm not talking about things that have been deployed and still have the current developer with them. Just talking about the CTOs in general. Um, Big thing with CTOs, for me, the first thing I look at is obviously who's controlling the supply, and second, the community aspect, whether or not people really believe in what they're in. You have people that say that they believe that they are in something that they truly, truly believe in. But, as soon as anything happens with the price, they freak out. It's what I said. I don't know if anybody got to tune in when I opened up a space and it was regarding Crying Cat. When I opened up the space, I was like, for me personally, I'm not looking at the market cap. I'm actually looking at the community, which is dope. And then the meme is dope. Now it all comes down to the branding. And I keep saying that the branding is what you need to be looking at. The branding itself, you need to go ahead and change it. I made that statement. You need to change the branding. Once the branding, for me personally, once the branding is switched, you will see it most likely go parabolic. I mean, again, not financial advice. In my personal humble opinion, I think the holder count continues to grow. People are still there. They're doing 24-hour spaces. I see Shogun doing 24-hour spaces. It's down to the branding. You gotta connect when it comes down to branding the item out. People need to have a feeling for the meme. So right now the purple hurts me. Every single time I see like the purple color, it's not the purple that I'm accustomed to. That's what it comes down to. Giga Chat on ETH, I see that. I like Giga Chat on ETH. I like the people behind it. So shout outs to some of the big heads in Giga Chat. I fuck with it. I do fuck with it. So there, I said that. I'll probably go ahead and be clipped up, but it is what it is. Fucking freedom of speech still fucking rules around here. So if you don't like it, too bad. The fuck I can say to you. I don't want Qatar. I don't want the next play. I'll find it. Everybody who gives me the next play, everybody who always gives me that next play, I end up being the exit liquidity for. So I'll pass. I'll pass on being the next play or having the next play. Let me just get Pixel Girl out of here. I seen her picture, and it's not one that I wouldn't be talking about chairs here. My chair is worth more than your outfit. So there you go. You can go. You can be gone, as somebody would say on the X platform. You can be gone. Welcome to the breakdown. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. Especially if you got your picture out there. I've seen it. Girl, Girl, if you need some money, let me know. I'm just saying, if you're desperate for money, hey, nah, can't leave her. Can't leave her. She comes with the same boring topics every single time. So, um, all right. The Breakdown, episode 492, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media, is just annoying. Like, you hear people, and I've seen her, and she's just nothing special. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I say what I say, man. I say what I say. She's like, what did I say wrong? What did I say wrong? I get up. Listen to me. I'm gonna keep it really simple. I get up every single day and I do this show. And I do this show because number one, I like speaking my mind. I like talking. I like breaking shit down. I like inviting guests on. I like to chop it up. But if you come to my house, I want you to understand this. When you come to my house, you're going to respect my house. You're going to take off your shoes when you come into my house. You're going to ask for permission to get a bottle of water in my house. You're not going to come to my house thinking that you could just open the door, slap my chick in her ass, excuse me, and then you can walk to the fridge and take whatever you fucking want. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You might have 2017 Dave up in this bitch right now. You might have 2017 Dave up in this bitch. Like, I fucked Nas' mother, right? And I had sex with this girl, and he's mad at me. And I have him in this room today. And I did use a stepladder to go ahead and get things done. So now, right, completely destroyed his chick. Completely. Had her screaming my motherfucking name. I wish y'all would have seen this shit. And he was watching. He was watching and crying. You've seen those kind of clips. He was watching and crying. Watching and crying as I tore that ass up. Nah, it's okay. That's why I left you here. I've seen you. I have 4 chats going. I seen your comments. I left you in here because I wanted to troll you. I get to play with whoever I want in my room. My show, on my show, I get to go ahead and smack around who I want. I get to throw out who I want. I get to do whatever the fuck I want. It's my show. And I enjoy it. Anyway, going back to it. Bro, nah, listen, I stole your girl. You can take my toilet paper, whatever you want, man. You will forever have to live with the fact that I went ahead and smashed it. You know and I know. You know and I know. Anyway. Oh, nah. Your girl called me. My G, your girl called me. Nah. You remember that? Your girl called me. She was like, and your mom called me too, which is crazy. They seen my picture. They seen the videos. They're like, damn, DG looking lovely. I got a ring. Hello? Yeah, man. Like, you look so... And the whole conversation, I don't want to get into the convo, but the whole conversation started off. And then I was just like, all right. I got to do what I got to do. You got to live with it now. It's funny. You imagine somebody who's not showing their face is more irritated than me who's out here with his face out. Nah, just remember, man. Just remember those feelings. Remember what I did. That's all. Look at it. Look. Come on. Look. Come on. I called. All right. Another one out. And who else? Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Hold on, what do you mean? Okay, so what I meant by Crying Cat rebranding is that you need to get it, like I said, Crying Cat needs to get rid of the purple. You need to lock in the top community members in the room. You have a lot of people in the community that know how to build things, right? you do have people that know how to build websites. You have people that know how to create graphics and memes and all this stuff. You need to go into a room, lock yourselves up in a room, and figure out what hits, what colors hit from a marketing perspective. So like when you see that, when you see the meme itself and the asset and you go onto the website, it's inviting. It's inviting. And that's what you want. You want that. You want that feeling like you've been invited into somebody's house, and it's like you walk in, the first thing you do, you look, and it's just like unbelievable. You need that feeling. So that's the advice I gave that night when I opened up a space. I gave that exact advice. I was like, get all the top people within the community to just do the rebrand, because that's all that it's missing. It can still fly today, but I'm just saying, that's, to me, that's all that it's missing. Um, Welcome to the breakdown, episode 492, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. My name's DG, founder and CEO of Gokhshtein Media. Again, I was talking about CTOs until I was rudely interrupted, but obviously I got rid of the people. Let me just tell you guys, moving forward, like, if you're not here to really participate in a real conversation, I'm throwing you the fuck out. Like, I don't have time to monitor the X chat, the YouTube chat, the LinkedIn chat, the Rumble chat, any of these chats. Like, I am here to fucking talk about crypto, talk about politics, talk whatever is trending in the world today. I don't have time for you guys to circle jerk in my chat and just talk shit without leaving a tip or not. So, like, we're done with that. You can come in here like an adult and we can have a conversation, and we can shoot the shit. You want to come in here and yap your mouth on my fucking live show, I'm sending your ass right off the fucking cliff. That's it. Plain and simple. You don't like it, don't fucking unfollow. I don't give a fuck. Don't really give a fuck. I'm not gonna have people like Dream Big sit here and say, what am I fucking listening to? That means that I'm not doing my job. That means that I'm entertaining trolls that are fucking 600 pounds. They eat themselves. They're eating themselves to fucking death. Okay? They eat butter sticks and shit, okay, as a fucking snack. I'm sitting here entertaining this bullshit on a fucking Monday. It's 12:20 p.m. and I'm trying to deliver fucking news. I'm trying to have a fucking conversation with my motherfucking community. You motherfuckers want to come in here and you just want to start fucking throwing little motherfucking jabs. No fucking problem. I'm all for it, man. But there's a fucking time and place. Let me fucking get my monologue off. Let me fucking speak on the motherfucking issues. Let me touch on motherfucking topics. And then we can go ahead and go and dive into some motherfucking entertainment. I got people tuning in for the motherfucking first time. I got fucking 67,000 people right now tuning in from all the motherfucking channels. And you motherfuckers coming in here trying to come at my neck. No, 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 no. We ain't gonna do that no more. Absolutely not. And you can go ahead and clip this up and send it out to your motherfucking friends. And you can go ahead and send this out to your girlfriend and your mom. Okay? I'm not the one who fucking reached out. They reached out to me, and whatever I did, I did. That is what it is. Anyway. Bro, Kaz, I'm like, I'm literally talking about CTOs, and I have two fucking jerk offs in my fucking chats angry about a time where I must have been out and their girl contacted me, and I don't know, like, to have that anger. The only reason why I said that is because to have that anger, to have this thing, to wake up in the morning to come on to my live show, a show that I do Monday through Friday. I don't miss it. I do it constantly. The only reason why you would be so fucking hell-bent to come on this show and just to fucking talk shit is because I must have fucked your girl, okay? And your mom's. That's it. That's the only thing I can think of. That I have you that pissed off that you're here under a different name, not showing your face, Me and your girl must have had sex. That's it. Me and your girl or me and your mom's. It's either or. I must have left a great impression. You might not be together anymore and you're mad at me. So you're coming in here and you're trying to vent. This is not the place to vent. All right? Don't vent here. Don't vent here. Let me go ahead and just get back to my topics, which I have listed out. So, CTOs. Some might say that these CTOs are probably, because I'm telling you, I sat back. Yeah, Kaz, it is the only logical explanation. Like, why? I would never come to, I'm going to tell you real quick before I get back to this. I would never, if I don't like somebody, I would never watch them or listen to them or follow them. Like, I would never in a million years. You understand, when you troll me, you give me free marketing. And I appreciate you. Trust me. I want more haters than I do actually want people that like me. I hope you understand that. But when you're coming here and I didn't even fucking take a sip of water yet. Okay, I didn't even take a fucking sip of water and you're already foaming out the mouth. It's fucking Monday. It is Monday. It's fucking Monday. Let me get into the monologue first. Let me finish the monologue before you go in. Give me the decency. It's my house. Let me finish it. No, these motherfuckers want to come in. They want to come in and they want to show how big they are on the fucking internet. They don't leave their motherfucking houses, but they want to know how they want to fucking showcase themselves. Fuck out of here. I ain't fucking dealing with that bullshit. I'm trying to fucking come on here, give people confidence about the fucking markets. Every single day I come on and do this show to give people confidence. You know, not trying to hold anybody's hand, but I'm on here trying to break shit down, bring people on here to break things down. Motherfuckers do nothing with their motherfucking lives. That's why you're broke as fuck. Your motherfuckers too busy trolling, but you ain't got no money. You broke. You a broke ass bitch. Another one. Broke ass bitch. No fucking send McPort to 0, bro. Fuck out of here. Send that shit to motherfucking 0. Well, I'm telling you, broke ass people showed up today. Today is the first day that I've seen these chats have broke ass people during a green ass day. That is crazy. You're not bullish enough. You're not bullish enough. You guys are way too. Yo, that's what I'm saying. The mindset is stupid here. You have the fucking opportunity. You have the fucking opportunity to listen in to shows that will help you understand what fucking market or what planet you're on. Okay? Maybe it'll help you in fucking hygiene and shit. And yet, you come to my show to try to dunk on me. You can't dunk on me, man. I'm a bigger troll than you are, bro. Just because I don't act out doesn't mean I can't troll. I'm from fucking New York. Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn. Bro, like, we ain't a bunch of pussies out here, bro. Like, we do this. Yo, honestly, probably the best trollers in the world are from New York. Shout outs to Donald Trump. Fuck out of here. You're not bullish enough. Anyway, welcome to the breakdown. Let me get back to it. So I was talking about CTOs, and I had fucking GG's, like I said, on here. It was the longest motherfucking show in the world ever. I have to remind myself, anybody who goes over 15 minutes, they're out. Okay? They're out. GG's came on here, fucking started doing cartwheels and jumping jacks and all this shit. All this fucking nonsense. We did talk about Nero because there's 2 Neros. Actually, by the way, there's like 19 Neros because after that show, I was contacted by like 19 different Neros that were telling me they were the first ones, and I'm like, bro, like I'm not in any of them, nor do I care who is first. Like the market the market ultimately decides who they're going with. You guys don't understand this. You might be passionate about a project, but ultimately it is up to the people to decide what they want to go into. So it doesn't matter if you were first, second, or third. What matters is your branding on point? Is your community dope? What the fuck is the meme about? And are you hidden? And what I mean by hitting is, does it actually have any sort of impact? Is it inviting? Why would I fucking vibe with it? And why would I get a bag of it? That's it. That's really it. So again, you could be first. There was you know how many times they try to make Pepe? They try to make Pepe so many times. They try to literally make Pepe so many times. And you know what? The 0x69 Pepe, that's probably like the maybe 40th or 50th contract that was deployed that actually worked out. Then you had the 2016 Pepe come out of nowhere and say, we were the first. Well, it doesn't matter. You didn't make an impact. Pepe made an impact. The 0x69 contract made an impact. It changed the game. When the game was dead, okay, when we were in a bear market, when we were going out to events and paying money to fucking get there to talk about fucking NFTs and tokens and shit. Bro, like, here comes Pepe out of nowhere. It changed the game. It fucking changed everything. It allowed for all this other shit to come out. The Bobos, the Mogs, all this shit that you see. Now, it's due to Pepe. It really is. It's due to Pepe. Welcome to the breakdown. I'm being acknowledged here. I love seeing this. You see, these remarks are just like, hey, I appreciate him. Mr. Handsome is back on. Of course. People recognize when they see somebody who is truly, truly special. Truly special. And that is me. You guys see it. Look at that. Beard is on point. Eyebrows, natural. Hair, black, not gray yet. I don't use any dyes of any sorts. And I'm on here daily breaking shit down. Like I just broke down these CTOs and these memes. And what are the next memes? What are the next memes? What are the next memes? I already got Pepe. I already got Bobo. I got a bunch of stuff. What are the next ones, though? Is there anything that I'm missing? I got Crying Cat. You guys already know. Crying Cat is special to me. That shit is very special to me. It's not even about the money with that one. That shit is just like, I want it to succeed just because everybody wants it to fail. That's it. It's one of those, like, it's turned into like a sporting event of sorts. Like, I believe in the meme. I love everything that the meme stands for. I love the funny trolling aspect to it, but it's not about the money. I want to see it win just because everybody wants to see it die. And I think people don't want it to live because I guess I have a bag of it. And that's really whack. That's really whack. By the way, I sat back this weekend and I see that GigaChat on ETH started moving. And I was like, because I'm just saying, when the money starts rolling back to Ethereum, which it will, most of the OG memes are on ETH. And people will remember, people will always look for the next one. Maybe that might turn out to be somebody's first. I'm just putting it out there. And I think people don't understand. I am a journalist. I report on shit. That's it. Accept it. I'm not putting down your project. People get butthurt, but I'm not putting down your project. By the way, the same motherfuckers that come on my neck and shit are the same people that try everything possible to take out Bobo, take out Crying Cat. I could keep going. It's the same people. Same people. But I like that. I like Stonks. I'm gonna say that again. I like Stonks. I really do. I think Stonks is super fucking underrated. And you could see the team continue to work. So that's I can appreciate that. The CTO team continues to work. The meme is dank. Um, I can appreciate it from a tri-fi perspective. I like Giga Chat. I've always liked it. Um, may the best one win. May the best one win, right? Because obviously there's two. There's actually three or some shit or four, but there's one on Sol and one on ETH. Listen, let the best one win. We don't have to agree, but hey, listen, let the best one win. Um, Bobo obviously, look, Pepe's already programmed right, but Bobo to me, out of all these things that I hold, Bobo is very special. And speaking of special, let me go ahead and send a link out to a good friend, a good a good friend to go ahead and talk about Singapore, because this person was out there and I think they had a really good time. A lot of people had a good time in Singapore. A lot of people met each other for the first time. By the way, I don't know what was going on in Singapore. I really don't know what was happening there. Um, I saw a lot of people doing a lot of weird shit. It looked like people. It looked like some of the dudes on, some of the dudes on in crypto Twitter or X saw a female for the first time in their lives. I don't know. They went to the Mother Show or the Mother Strip Club show, and I seen some things that I never ever want to see again. But well, we'll get that from the horse's mouth right now. What's going on, Leslie?
What is happening, David?
How's everything?
Everything is good. Tired from Singapore, a
Yeah.
long trip, long ride, but what the hell do you want me to talk about men and grinding on women at the
Okay,
event?
so
Because
let's touch on that before we get into any other
I don't think
topics.
I want to talk about that.
No, I think I want to talk about that. So, can you explain to me what was happening? Were these virgins out in a conference for the first time in their lives where they were doing some crazy ass shit at that, Iggy's party and shit?
I don't even know if they're virgins because
No, they're definitely virgins. That there's
no. Okay, so some of the movements that they were doing and the thrust action that they were doing, if you're a virgin, how the hell do you even know how to
that's
thrust your hips that way?
that's because everybody has like a Playboy magazine and stuff, or excuse me, they have access to free porn on the internet.
So you're saying that the men that were doing some of those movements is because they watch porn and that's
Oh
how they
no,
learned it?
100%. Like 95% of these dudes are just straight up virgins, and
No, that's debatable. I mean,
no, it's not debatable. It's real talk.
David, it's debatable because, okay, everybody keeps saying like these people are virgins, but there is a difference, when you haven't performed an action and you are watching videos and you're training, and then there's a difference when you're actually doing the action. And some of them, yeah, you can tell they're probably virgins, based on their movement. But some of these men, the way they were moving their hips and thrusting and etc., I mean, they didn't seem like virgins because it seemed like they were already performing those actions previously, and then they were just showing.
I
The-
think from the videos that I've seen circulating on social media, nothing tells me that they've ever been with a woman ever in their lives. And let's push away the mom. I'm just saying in general, it doesn't look like they've ever been intimate with a woman ever. Because
David,
that looks that looked like something straight out of a hustler video or some shit.
look, first of all, they could have been with women in the past. Maybe they haven't gotten laid
Why
in
are
the
you
past
defending
6
them?
months. It's not that I'm defending them. It's just I would say some of them are maybe virgins and some of them are not. And maybe some of them haven't had action in the past few months, in the past 6 months, in the past year. I mean, that could be a possibility. It's like spending a lot of time here creating content in this space, being DJs at night. Maybe you haven't gotten action. And, that was the first piece of action that they have had in a while. I mean,
Well, I don't know if they got action. I'm just saying it was just dry humping going on. So
people do a lot by dry humping.
anyway, besides the dry humping that was taking place in Singapore.
Okay,
What?
first of all, wait. Before we continue, I feel uncomfortable.
Why?
Where is the suit?
I told you this is casual. I get to be casual after
Yeah,
2 weeks.
casual is for Fridays, David. Mondays,
Yeah, I
you're
missed the 2 Fridays. Okay,
you're starting the week. You're setting up the precedence for the week. You start with the suit, bro.
it's a
Like, where's
$500
the
shirt.
suit? What?
It's a $500 shirt. I'm just chilling, man.
I mean, the suit. That's how you start on Mondays.
You know what? I can be
Carry
excused from
on.
wearing a fucking suit. Okay.
Fine, carry on. I was gonna wear a suit, and I was like, you know what? Let me just wear a sweater because he's wearing a
There
t-shirt.
you
So I guess
go. Anyway, tell me
anyway.
more about Singapore. How was it?
Oh my God, Singapore was a dream. It was such a beautiful place. The event was top notch. It was one of the biggest conferences that I have attended. We've been to many events, many crypto, NFT, Bitcoin conferences, whatnot. And just in my opinion, going as a media partner, the way that they organized everything and the way that they structured and the ease of getting your passes, it was such an amazing event. It is one of those that I would definitely recommend for people to attend. There were so many people, companies, brands building, innovating. There was one that really stuck out to me, which was we're going to write a piece on it. So I don't want to give too much, but it was one that they were building satellite, something based off of a satellite, and you were able to mine, etc. But it was such an amazing experience, and I'm glad that we decided to go last minute and
Yeah.
represent. And big takeaway for me as well is the amount of media partners that were there. I was able to meet a lot of them in the media conference room, and some media companies that we have not heard of, but that are growing their platforms overseas. And I was able to connect too with people that are podcasting with Bitcoin and Binance. And one of the things that I really love about meeting the media partners there, it's like in this industry that we are in, there's always a competition. It's like, oh my gosh, you're a media company, we're a media company, we're trying to compete, who outdoes who, etc. But a lot of these media companies, they were in their own lane, and they were also about building and collaborating. And hey, how can we connect? So what can we do together? How can we expand the visibility on your platform, and you expand your visibility on our platform? So I think there was a lot for us to learn, especially being here in this little space that we're in, because technically it is a little space. Right now where we are in, it seems like we're stuck in a bubble of trying to compete with one another versus collaborating and building and expanding. And if people learn how to utilize the resources of others that are building, you would be able to expand and grow further. And I think sometimes we limit ourselves by not doing that. And those were some of my biggest takeaways from being over there.
Are,
Another thing,
are most of the companies that are most companies that attended Token 2049, are they mostly from overseas? Are they doing business in Dubai? Are they doing, or are they were a lot of the companies from the United States of America?
no, a lot of them were from overseas. A lot of them were from building, in other countries. The technology and the money, the wealth was crazy.
How much money do you think each company? Never mind. They're probably worth millions, right?
There was some, look, those booths were not cheap at
How much were
all.
the boots about?
Um, they were like in double digit thousands type of
Twenty
booth.
thousand, 30,000.
Yeah, I would probably say, I'm not sure. And even for a small booth, there were companies that were there very small that you probably none of us have ever heard of, like tiny. And I overheard a conversation to where it's like, okay, they're a new project, they just launched. How the hell are they even getting the funding to even, get that booth? Because that booth that they had was costly, but they were not an American, company. It was an overseas company. So it's like they know where to fundraise, where to get the money. And yeah, it was craziness, David. Craziness. And then it's like the whole event too. One of the things, from this conference to other conferences is that a lot of the conferences here in the States, uh, you pay for your food and you pay
Yeah.
for your meals, you pay for your drinks. That's customary. You're accustomed to that. Over there, like you paid for nothing. They had food, they had breakfast, they had lunch, they had like cocktail hour, etc. Everything was free. And then they had coffee everywhere. They had these little espresso machines too, where you were able to go and make your own espresso, your own coffee. And they had also coffee made if you a decaf, regular coffee if you did
Has
not want to use the
Was
espresso machine.
Token 2049 the best conference you've ever attended? Because you've attended a lot of conferences.
Yeah. In my opinion, it was, yes.
Just because they put money into it. Like you could tell they
Not
put
just
money into
the
it.
It's not just the money, because that sounds superficial. I would say it's one of it's not the best. And I am going to go back and
All right, so what's the best conference that you've ever attended?
okay, for what I go to, I think one of the other ones that I really love is Bitcoin. And let me tell you why. Because there is a difference, it's like when you're going to these conferences and you want to schedule interviews, there is processes and procedures that you have to go to schedule an interview. And it's like you make appointments, you reserve a room, you reserve a podcasting room, etc. I think too, what I love to do is go to booths. It's like if a brand is there, they're representing something, they're building. What better to get information of what they're building and film them right there and then at their booth, and that way you bring in the audience in and you build that connection, right? There's a difference when you take them to an interview room and then you're doing the interview. That kind of feels a little bit more isolated. Yes, you're able to build that connection there, but it doesn't feel as there's really no warmth to it. And it's almost like you're secluding them from the floor and from their booth, and showcasing the people what they are building and able to, bringing the audience in. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So Token 2049, I had a little bit of difficulties with that. When I was going to booths and, it's like I'm first, before I ask them, hey, can you explain again what you're explaining? But can I film you? You know, we're going to do like a little short film. We're going to write an article and we're going to put it out there. I'm hearing them explain their product to people, and I'm like, okay, well, that sounds good, you know, and let's bring that to the audience. Some of them were not comfortable, and I get that, and I respect that, and I understand that. But if you know your product and you understand your product and you have confidence in your product, then what is the big deal of media doing a short little video or taking bullet points to write an article? And one of the things that happened is that I was getting a lot of pushback, and there are some of them that were like, "Oh, we don't talk to media, or we just don't do media." Period. Then how the hell are you supposed to even get your product out there? How
So
are
hold
you even
on.
supposed
Hold
to?
on. Here you have big time media outlets that want to report on your product and understand what it is. You're trying to get your product out there to the general public. I'm going to decline media coverage that costs thousands of dollars. People beg for media coverage. That tells me one thing: they don't know their product.
Exactly.
They don't want to
Exactly.
get caught off guard by a real, journalist sitting down with them to try to understand what the fuck have they built.
Right.
But
And I
I'm running.
understand these.
I would have wrote down the companies, and I am not investing into that shit, bro.
No,
I'm
I
out.
did. And let me tell you, I am gonna write about all this stuff. There was a couple that, you know, even before me asking, I have no idea what the F they're even building. Like, I was left so confused. And I'm still confused. You know, it's like researching what they're doing, what they're trying to build. I'm like, I don't think I'm not dumb. You know,
Right.
I understand comprehension, but Jesus, like, I did not understand some of this stuff that they're building. And some of them are huge companies. There was one in particular, huge company. And I was listening to two of the people that were there explaining this Web3 cloud stuff that they're building decentralized. And I'm like, okay, there's no way, shape, or form that people are coming up and you can explain it in simple forms for people to understand. They had, I think I would say, some people that were either devs. You know, there are people that are kind of genius type, you know, their minds.
Yeah, but
Those people are not
so
able to articulate
yeah.
a product to the general public.
Do you know what happens there? A person who builds their product has a very difficult time explaining it. A lot of them
Yeah.
do, especially the developers. They have such tunnel vision that like they're speaking to you in
Mhm.
code, and like you're never going to get people in by speaking. Like you can get the nerds in who understand Solidity
Yeah.
and Rust and building with code, but you'll never get in the regular retail person with code language. Like I won't go in. Like meaning like if I'm new to the space, I would never go in. Like I would not understand what you're saying.
No.
There are plenty
Mm-mm.
of great protocols that are out here that they do a horrible job explaining, what the hell the protocol does in the first place. So you need to write that shit up. Write it out on
David,
blast
okay,
your asses.
we all understand what cloud is, right? Even before entering into the space, backing your shit up or backing
Yeah.
your stuff into a cloud, right? And that framework and, you know, builders that build it, etc.
Except Kamala Harris.
Oh my god. There was a particular company that was you know, kind of pitching that, and then Web3. And then I was trying to like understand, okay, how, I don't even remember what my question was. And this guy explained it to me, but it was very, very technical, to the point where I was like, okay, well, why do we even need that part of it? Like, it's almost like they were trying to reinvent the wheel of what people have already been building in this space, or trying to put, you know, their logo on a generic thing because it's like their logo is the main brand type of stuff. I don't know, it was just so freaking confusing to me. So I think that's something that I do want to write about. Now, when I was comparing that to Bitcoin, the reason that I like Bitcoin is because when we went around Bitcoin doing the same thing, every single person that was building was eager to get their voice out, talk about the product, talk about mining Bitcoin and what they were building. They were so well versed, diverse, and understood their product to the core that they had no problem, getting on camera or media writing an article. They were very open to it. So I think those were a couple of the differences in where I say, yeah, it was one of the best conferences that I attended. From my perspective and my point of view, is like, how can I help you get your voice out there? How can I help you get coverage? And if you're allowing me, I would say Bitcoin is one of those where it's like everybody is very open to being on camera and media writing pieces on them. And, I think that's why, to me, it's probably like hand in hand. I mean, Token 2049, the visibility, the money put in it, the structure, all of that, yeah, hands down, it was one of the best conferences. But in forms of reporting, getting interviews, people understanding the product, knowing the product, what they're building, and getting out there, I would say Bitcoin.
So Bitcoin is more professional. So basically, I get where you're going with this. Bitcoin is a lot more professional than Token 2049. It's not because of Token 2049 in terms of the people that build a whole conference out. It's more so the people that are showing up there with their projects. They're a little bit wet behind the ears in terms of marketing their businesses.
I mean, Token 2049, they had huge companies there. Like,
No, but what I'm
people,
saying is like
yeah,
at Bitcoin, you know, at Bitcoin in Nashville, you have people that are more seasoned in terms of business. I think.
I would say they're more prepared. Yes, they're more prepared. They study their product, they know their product, they have huge knowledge of their product.
Yeah.
They're more well versed in understanding, how to explain it to the crowd. And one of the beauties about it too is that they explain it in a way that you are able to understand the product. So they're not explaining the product to you with these huge words or etc. for you not to understand. They explain it's very educational the way they explain it.
By the way, welcome to the Breakdown, episode 492, live here. By the way, sponsored by Gemini, powered by G Media. And speaking of G Media, we're live here with the COO of G Media, Leslie Mota, and she was at Token 2049. She was at Karate Combat. She was at Token 2049. She was about to go to Bali, but no. Yeah, look at her laughing. She's invited everywhere. I don't get invited like she gets invited to all these places to go ahead and cover.
Because you don't get out the house, David.
What?
Because you don't get out the house, David. I told everybody you live in a cave like Batman.
Hey, listen, man. Let people think what they want to think. I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks.
I was telling everybody, they're like, "Where's David? Is David here? Is David here?" And I was like, "No, David's back home in his freaking Batman cave. He's like Batman. He never comes out." I'm like, "Everybody, throw up a signal and see if he comes out. Like the Batman signal, come out at night. Maybe that's what you need, David."
Listen, you know what? If I'm speaking at an event and I'm sure I've been offered and stuff like that, it's a different thing for me. Just to go out there, like, I don't know. It's not me being a diva or anything. I'm not that person. But I'd rather be focused on work. Somebody said something cool, and I was reading it. And he didn't mean it in a bad way either. He was just like, when you go out to these events, you really do lose time on building. And
Oh, that's
right,
true.
but at the same token, I know that when you go out to these events, you're building, and you've done so, and obviously I appreciate you for that. So does this entire company. You're out there, you're networking, you're not goofing around. You might be smiling and like joking around, but at the end of the day, you're focused on, building relationships and taking G Media to the next level. That there's a difference, right? I'm doing that behind the scenes, quietly, without saying a word. And
Yeah.
I know that with my personality, I'll get tied up and I'll lose 3 days that I could have taken that time and devoted it to G Media. But again, it can go both ways, right? But if I'm speaking at an event and I think it's large, I think, yeah, no problem. Fly out there, chat, and be out. That's me. We've always talked about that. My personalities, I will go in there, I'll talk, but I'm bouncing afterwards. Like there's nothing for me to stay around and do. It's not that I'm antisocial. I just don't have that time. I think people get that confused. I don't have that time to give out because I want to give that time to the company.
Yeah, you're in and out. I mean, I do want to thank Token 2049 for allowing us to be a media partner. So, want to thank Karate Combat for allowing us to come and cover as well, being media there. And then also ICP and Hello Labs for extending an invite and allowing us to come over and do or watch, a little filming of Killer Whales. So, I got a little recording on that as well, so we can put out there.
And
So
maybe
very
we can bring you back to on the show tomorrow just to do part two and break down a little bit more stuff for like 5 to 10 minutes on Singapore. Because I'm like
okay.
interested, definitely interested on the event. And I know like you spend a hell of a lot of time going back and forth to certain events. Obviously, shout out to Karate Combat, of course, for giving G Media access to cover the event. And that's one thing that I do want to speak about. Obviously, you got to talk to a lot of people, especially people who fought there, Ashley and the Blonde Broker, amongst others. And that'll be interesting to go ahead and dive into.
No, absolutely. Because I think if you were not there present, just everybody knows Ashley and the Blonde Broker, and seeing them, they have such a huge social media presence. But the love that they have each other behind the scenes, and if you were not there to actually see that and feel that, you wouldn't understand. So I would love to talk a little bit more about that, and then talk about being at ICP and Hello Labs and the filming of Killer Whales in Singapore, and maybe talk a little bit about the winner, and then the three people that presented, and one of them that was OnlyFans presenting something, trying to put OnlyFans on the blockchain. So
I want to talk about, and by the way, thank you everybody for tuning in today. We'll be back at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. After this show ends, I'm going to talk to Gemini. They're hosting the spaces, and we're talking about how to win the bull market with Randy and myself. Randy, you guys know her as Miss Team Crypto, so I'll be on that show right now, shooting the shit. But tomorrow, again, part two of Leslie's trip to Singapore. We'll take 10 to 15 minutes to break it down. I want to know if you met the biggest KOL of all time, whatever that shit was going on. That dude won an award to be. He was like the #1 KOL influencer of the year or some shit like that. I will dive deeper into that shit. But Leslie,
we'll leave it for tomorrow.
we both got brown chairs, except that people don't love the brown chair. Apparently, people don't know what it is to be professional, so they keep on like brown chair in the back. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Quote of the day, I'll give you 2 tomorrow, but be nice to people. Okay, be nice to people. There's my thing. Be nice to people. Be good to people, man. And tune in tomorrow. Shout out to Gemini. Shout out to G Media. Thank you, Leslie. Appreciate you for coming on. Say bye. It's okay.
I said salute, David.